Let me tell a quick joke before I do that, since that was a long intro, and I've got a long joke here. This was I don't know, I think I need to refine it down a bit, but this is what I got on this one. So joke practice. People say that the new presidential press secretary is too young for the job. The new presidential press secretary, I hope I have the name of that position right. She's too young for the job. But from what I've seen, she's working out just fine. She's working out just fine. Just fine, no, that's an understatement. She's not just fine, she's hot. I mean, I know that's not the basis for the job or anything, but merit-based hiring, that's the only honest way to go. But at the same time, can we stop acting like looking healthy is a detriment to doing a good job? Like, that's not, I mean, the last press secretary was lovely looking as well, but you don't need to make excuses for it. It's like, if you look good, it's not like you have to say, well, looking good shouldn't be something you have to like compensate for by continually stating, yeah, I know I look good, but stick with me because it's okay, because I'm also the first, newly minted, freshly off the minting press, sexual orientation, plaid-haired, actual literal alien from the planet Social Virtue to ever hold a microphone. So it's okay that I look good because I've got all those other things to compensate for me looking good. And it's like, it's okay. You don't need to make excuses for signs often indicating good health and good habits, for crying out loud. Those are good things. I mean, after having a basically dead president for such a long time, I think we're able to recognize health is good. That's a qualifying factor. I mean, seriously, it's only the case if you were actually like 5'2", 360 pounds, and forgot how to dress professionally, or worse, forgot which sex wears what in a professional environment. That's when you better be dang competent at your job. You better be dang competent to compensate for those things which right, if you're healthy, because that's a lot to compensate for, right? I mean, if you look like Joe Biden out there and you're your death staring into the camera, you better be dang competent, because you look like you're gonna die. You have to compensate for that somehow. I mean, honestly, you better have skills sharper than Elon Musk's 19-year-old genius hired to clean out the government bureaucratic waste and abuse, who just happened to have some silly online tag name. I mean, it's ridiculous. They're making having a funny online tag name at 19 is not extremely inappropriate. That's nothing compared to the craziness. I mean, now if he was regularly showing up to the office with clothes designed to accentuate his reportedly God-given testicular over-endowed mid-region, then he would need he wouldn't need to be less competent in that case, right? You wouldn't be like, well, he's the first guy to wear that kind of fashion statement to show his over-endowment, supposedly, right? I mean, of the testiculars, right? That wouldn't be he'd have to be super competent. If he's doing that, he'd have to be super competent. I mean, if he's finding trillions of dollars of cuts, and he's cutting and slashing the budget, getting rid of the leeches, then okay, maybe we can deal with it. Even though going to lunch would mean that people have to sit in the back seat because his sack would be sitting shotgun. But still, if he's not doing that, if he's not competent, if he's not cutting out trillions, and he's showing up like that, then I think he'd have to be out on his excessively stretched sack, right? Kick him out on his excessively stretched sack. In that case, that's how it needs to be. That's the merit-based system, I feel like. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like that's how it should work.
0.2. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.